Good day, everyone. This is Dark Sage Walker. Let's have a look at the old challenge list. I haven't done a challenge in a while. Maybe it's about time we jump back into things. We still have to complete a bunch of these, so let's knock a couple of them off the list. Actually, you know, that brings up a good point. I'm going to quick look up how one goes about getting... Here we go. Thank you, Windows. Alright, so... Game of Isaac challenges. You know, I look this up often. One of these challenges unlocks charged keys. Maybe that would be a good thing to unlock. This on... I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. I've done that. What does this one unlock? Oh, that's useful, but it's not what I'm looking for. This one. Oh, there we go. Alright, I don't know why the charge key is something that sticks out in my mind as something that I need to look for, but I do think that it's worth a look. Get that off my screen. Alright, so this is the challenge that we need to do to get the charge key. Alright, got ourselves a very helpful buddy. And yeah, this is a good way to start. Give me that money. All that cash. Come on, laser buddy. Do your best. Alright, well, we're definitely visiting the shop. This is nuts! Ow. Laser buddy, you're supposed to get them before they hit me. Now, on the previous save file, for some reason, this challenge was a pain for me. I don't know why, I just had an odd amount of difficulty with this challenge. By the way, if this is how the Pokeball actually work, you just throw it out and you get monsters just for doing nothing, I would probably use this item more often, but as it stands, this item is kinda garbage. Damn red fire. Oh, beautiful. Alright. This room is just designed to kill your followers. It's like the room itself is going, those are some nice followers you have there. Would be a shame if they touched a fire. I do want to stick with the intended route of the challenge. I don't really want to give up good Pokeball. Mostly because if I give up good Pokeball, I'm probably never going to see it again. Okay, what is with all the gold chests? Holy crap. Ever wanted to know what it was like to be at a complete lack of keys? Well, here's your way to find out, you know, without having Guppy's tail. Just leaves you going, oh, thanks. I always wanted to never be able to get in anywhere. Alright, so the seed right now is currently providing me with no shortage of bombs, but that's not really helping me. Guys, please stop running into fires. Everyone enrolls for caveman lessons. Fire, hot, ow. Okay. Well, I mean, I can afford a key, that's for sure. 2 of diamonds. I love it. I love it. I love it.
2 of diamonds.
Alright, let's give ourselves a little bit more carrying. Oh, yeah, that's right. 2 of spades. Again, love it. Blank card. It is really hard to turn that down. So you know what? Let's not. Sorry, what I said earlier about, you know, not wanting to mess with how the challenge works. Yeah, that was a lie. Now that I have blank card, we'll just kind of leave that Pokeball there and just go about this challenge as if it were any other challenge without item rooms. It's the without item rooms part that has me most concerned. And there goes little Riku Bird getting all upset at me again. Hey, listen to that bird. Listen to the level of anger. Like, how dare you do an Isaac recording and not have me up and about to make all the noise I want? Like, honey, you can still make all the noise you want. I'm just saying. So you've got so much more health than Dingle. Like, if this were Dingle, he'd probably already be dead. Alright, there we go. Looking good. Well, I mean, that doesn't really do anything at this point, so I don't care. Let's just use that and I'll take this with me. This will help me clear out some tougher fights. Can't get in there, I have too many red hearts. There we go, get rid of that champion. That'll make my life a lot easier. There we go, look at that. Nothing like a good bomb to make things a little bit more bearable. If you happen to be holding a bear while I'm saying that, then it just makes all the more sense. Puns. Oh. I hate the way these things move. They are in no way, like, I'm not going to say they're not predictable. What I am going to say is that their movements tend to be a little awkward. And this is why I held on to the Judgment card, because there's always a good possibility that this guy will pop up and make things so much nicer. I mean, except for in this case. Alright, well, that wasn't as helpful as I would have liked, but it's okay. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. More bombs, more opportunities. I'm going to come back to that after I've potentially gotten something more useful. Unfortunately, Dim Bulb isn't going to be that useful for long. Listen to her! Oh my goodness. You'd think I abused this poor creature, but no, I love this bird. She just wants more attention, that's all. You know, hon, I'm happy to provide, but you gotta give me a chance to do my thing too, you know? Alright, so I'm Drowsy is also a part of the rotation. That is good news. Oh, okay, thanks guys. Man, enemies are being real generous today. Alright, yeah, lovely. Awesome. Ram yourself into the fire.
48 hours energy.
Drop a few coins. Stick a fork in it, it's done. It's obviously not what it said. Alright, and you go away. Whee! Yeah, give me that 1 coin.
The high.
Sweet, I just love finding. I just love finding cards that aren't at all useful. We'll take Empty Vessel. The moment I can get rid of all the red hearts, then Empty Vessel will do me a world of good. Problem: until then, I'm kind of stuck in a bad way. All right, no reason to go back. Move forward. Alright. So, you may have noticed a problem. The only stats that actually got any better off of that floor were shot speed and... yeah, that's about it. And even the moments that we do have good stats are few and far between. Because as much as I... okay. That's a pisser. I've got plenty of health, let's check this room. Alright, yeah, not useful. Ugh. This seems to be my lot. This is every time I do the Pokemon challenge. Why? And it's a number I don't even know. God damn it. You'd think I'd have learned by now. Just put your phone on silent when you go to record, because inevitably, when you have your mic on and you're looking to do some YouTube work, that's when everyone in a 60-mile radius is going to want to call to get your attention. Because honestly, why would anyone call at a more opportune time? I mean, honestly.
Down.
Strangely, this run is looking worse and worse by the moment.
Judgment.
Okay, anything good? Not really. And it's like, for some reason, anytime I do this run, they're like, what, damage? Tears upgrades? You gotta be kidding me, those things only exist for players we like. But I will continue to do my due diligence, because maybe eventually, you know, if I'm real lucky, I'll find a way to get something useful on this run. Don't get me wrong, Blank Card is already doing fine work. Just at the moment, I'm also on the suffering end of the stat spectrum. Nightlight's doing good work, though. I can appreciate that. No tinted rocks. Okay. Yeah, this room actually recently killed me because of poor stats, so maybe we can, you know, stop with the you have to be weak forever thing. Wow. I am actually in awe of how much garbage the game is shuffling my direction. So hey, you know that dim bulb that's giving you a nice stat boost every 4 rooms because of how your active item works? Well, how about instead we let you use that every 6 rooms? You know, I'd rather keep what I have currently if it's all the same view game. Alright, you managed to avoid my cube of meat rotation. Alright, I get it. You know, it's a shame that cube of meat is about the most useful thing I have. Because that's just going to end up spelling trouble for me, but at the same time, I can't help but want to use it, because it's the only thing I have that's even going to do anything. Care less about charm tiers, or couldn't care less. I correct myself because one of those things does not mean the same thing as the other. In case anyone was wondering. I kind of doubt anyone was, but just in case you now have an answer. Hey, get back here. Wow, Curse of the Maze is making me upset. Really upset. Yeah, I don't know what that frame rate jitter was all about. Maybe it's just the game's way of letting me know, hey, you're screwed. You think you're gonna actually clear this challenge? That's funny. Ugh. I don't understand. Why does it seem to be this challenge that always gives me this issue? Before I do the boss, let's make sure I have a charge. Ha! And, you know, because this isn't the first time I've done this challenge and found myself in this same predicament. Which makes me think that this is just part of the programmed challenge. Like, they want things to be difficult so that you're kind of pushed into using that friggin' Pokeball, which, sorry, I just... Even the enhanced version I don't like as much as something like Blank Card. Lovely. Sweet, now let's see if the game ever spawns another actual shop. Knowing my luck, though, very unlikely. I don't know what it is about the Pokeymans challenge, but every time I do it, it's like the game says, alright, let's turn the asshole meter up to 11. Okay, what in the hell? Can't even use my cube of meat because of these fuckers. Ugh. Maybe I was right to say that this challenge is fucking unnecessarily hard. Alright. So we're finally getting something that might help a little bit. Now, something that improves my fire rate would help a lot. But at least now Empty Vessel is active, so I can fly. Or rather, it's showing that Empty Vessel is active, but maybe the game is just a liar. Or maybe picking up Marrow was a bad idea. Okay, well, what the hell happened there? Okay, Mr. Teleport Pants. Damn it. Again, I came into this with such high hopes and thinking this would be a good time to talk about some stuff. Like one thing that comes to mind for me, and you know what, I'm just gonna start talking because I think I've spent too long under the game's heel trying to find decent items when it, you know, it clearly doesn't want to give me any decent items. One of the things that certainly stands out to me is that IGN interview with Todd Howard. I'm sure you know the one. It's been making its rounds, and yes, I'm going to talk about it too, because honestly, the sorts of crap, not only the sorts of crap coming out of his mouth, but the idea that he's trying to get across is just terrible. And this, how come all of this has to happen while I'm trying to record?
Judgment.
Oh yeah, no bombs. Let's see what you give me when I donate some coins to the cause. Yeah, I don't want that. Shut up. Seriously, it's like the moment I start to record, that's when the world in general just goes nuts. See, the fat guy's recording. Guys, I think now is the time. Break out the 15 lawnmowers.
Judgment.
Alright, well, kind of desperate for any sort of power you can give me.
Bad gas.
No, thank you. Come on. I'm really playing this quite straight here, and the game is just really trying to take the piss out of me. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, stop. Stop making me pick up things I don't want. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, I don't think I need to tell you what exactly the egregious part of the interview was. And Toddy Boy himself is going to town about how he says that, you know, Fallout 76 is, you know, if he says anything other than a train wreck, honestly, you know that he's being dishonest. Keep exploring for advantages, because right now the game is leaving me with a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, and I'd like to try to quell that as much as possible. And yes, this run is quite slow. At 22 minutes to depths 1? Why, how did you notice? It's almost like they're shitting on me. So, basically, what we're seeing in that interview is, you know, Todd Howard doing his normal, oh look, we made Fallout 76, it's so wonderful. Basically, you know, 50 Shades of PR speak. Damn it, I'm dumb. And somewhere during that interview, he definitely shows his true colors when he says some shit about, oh, it's not what the game is at launch, but what it becomes that's important. Bitch, I don't think so. Now, like I said, this really goes a long way to showing his true colors, because what he's basically saying is that he is not at all concerned with where the game starts. He is perfectly, happily willing to sell you some shoveled up garbage, because he knows that in the long run the whole live service money train is going to be worth more than any amount of integrity. That's why Fallout 76 is garbage. That's why Elder Scrolls Blades is garbage. And I don't know about you, but when I think authentic Elder Scrolls experience, I definitely think wait timers for everything under the sun, potentially including the sun. That's definitely... Okay, this room sucks. Okay, enough is enough, what the fuck?
Judgment.
Okay, I'm now thoroughly upset. Store credit. If there's actually a store, that might be useful. Okay guys, just die for me. This run is already questionable enough. I don't need any more friggin' problems. Now, I don't know how else to say it, but the Bethesda that a lot of us used to know and love, that company that produced such wonderful gems, yeah, I think they're gone. I think at this point, my expectations for things like, you know, Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield are as low as they can get. I honestly don't see another way to put this, but I just don't really care anymore. I don't know how many people actually agree with that sentiment. It could be that I'm just a cynical bitch. Trick question, that's me all the time. There was no question there. Alright, you know what? I don't care about your... I don't really care about your logic. Just go away. Yeah, Christ. Oh, pardon me. Well, we can certainly explore a lot of his claims. Some of the bigger ones being, oh, but this is how all these big online games always go. They're released to a subpar review and then get better as time goes on. Yeah, they get better because they have to. Otherwise, no one would care. Honestly, no one should buy into live services as it is, but people still do. They still buy live services because vapid promises made by big corporate execs who have a better idea of how people respond to things like that than most. And they will seriously shovel whatever it is they think that people want to hear in order to get their product sold. So yeah, they're gonna say that it's gonna get better over time, and maybe even to some extent does, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's for any good reason. Mostly because just because they say it doesn't necessarily mean that that's really what they're aiming for. Alright, let's see what you get me. We've got a really good chance at a devil room this floor, so there's a good possibility I can get rid of that red heart, which is ultimately the goal.
Judgment.
I think that's the end of the Judgment card, because now I want to roll Degas. You were good while you lasted, Judgment. But now I think it's time to roll with something... I mean, okay, if you want to give me bombs. Oh, pardon me. I just woke up, don't judge me. Make no mistake, Todd Howard is saying things like that because at that point that's how games are largely making their money back. They sell you a shoddy, inferior product, and then in the long run they go, yeah, but it's okay, it'll get better later. As if the first impression is completely unimportant, which to them it is. But I don't think you understand how much first impressions actually mean, Mr. Howard.
Degas.
First impressions are a big deal. That's why games like the very ones that you're bringing up, like Sea of Thieves, like Destiny 2, like especially Anthem. Anthem is still getting derided now. And once again, it's because it's coming from a studio that many of us really like. Like, sorry if anyone thinks that BioWare is getting drugged through the mud because they're hated. No, we just hate what they're becoming. And we don't know if it's because of EA or if this is just kind of how they work now. Could be any combination of factors above. But the fact of the matter is, we're not upset with BioWare because they put out an iffy product. Actually, yes, we are, but no, we're upset because we can see what's becoming to a studio that we really like. Ow. Wow. Oh, come on. Yeah, at this point, I'm just playing terribly. gonna beat Isaac like this. Do that.
Degas.
There we go. Alright, please give me something good. There we go. Finally, something that's definitely at least an A, if not an A plus or an S. What the heck does S mean? One would think I wouldn't have to explain this, but it's alright, I understand. It's not anything used in common parlance. But, oh, that's right, I do have Goat Head. I forgot about that. It's easy to forget about the good items you have when the bad ones come into such sharper focus. At this point, I'm tempted to say, "How's that 10 rate of fire?" Shut up. But yeah, of course he's going to downplay the launch of a game, because that's how all these horrible live services work. It's not the launch that matters in games like this, because they all launch the same way. Terribly. No, the only thing they care about is pushing that narrative. They want nothing more than to hook one of those sweet whales. Which, by the way, if you are one of these quote-unquote whales, stop it. Stop giving these people excuses to continue to release slipshod products time and time again. There's no excuse for this now. We know what live services are, and that is a gigantic, huge ripoff. There's no reason for these things. If they're not compelling gaming experiences, they're really nothing more than just time and money sinks. You give them your time, and they take everything. Again, all you need to do is look no further than Anthem. Anthem is kind of the post. God damn it, dog! Shut up. Why, whenever I'm recording, does everything feel the need to suddenly raise its decibel level by about 50 times? Oh, what's that? You're trying to record? Don't worry, I'll be as loud as possible just to make sure that everything goes poorly. Like, I don't need your fucking shit. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. Take this. Take that. And invest in you. Make my future brighter, heart merchant! Well... yeah, it didn't quite go as expected. Alright. We're getting close to the end of the challenge now, so I'm feeling less pessimistic about things, but simultaneously, I still feel like I got kind of crapped on throughout the course of this run. We're in a better position now. I can stop being so negative. Maybe. I don't know, maybe I'll still be negative just for the hell of it. But there is one thing that I'm not going to be positive about. Segue. And that is this whole live service thing. So let's now look a little bit at the evidence that we've gotten from Anthem. There's one thing that players what few players there are, and I'm honestly surprised at how the player base of that game keeps wanting more. Like, Seriously, if you people are still playing that game, like, wow, you're a trooper. Seriously, you guys are just patient to no end. I'm not sure I have that kind of patience. This coming from the guy who can sit and play the same game for, I don't know, for literally years on end, but... Anthem is no one's friend. And it's proven as much because the big thing that the player base keeps harking on about is, wow, the loot drop rates are just terrible. Like, how are we supposed to find good endgame loot when nothing drops? When the only way to get said endgame loot is to keep mining, or essentially the same friggin' mission over and over and over again, and just hoping that one of these legendary drops that I'm getting doesn't roll a completely useless affix. Well, the answer to that question is simple. Fuck you, give me money. That's what they really want. They just want you to give them money. That's ultimately what this all boils down to. They're not worried about making a good product. Thank you, by the way, Empty Vessel. You are a beast. You know what, Dark Bum? That hurts. That just hurts. I counted on you to be my friend, to aid me in my time of need, and you put a spider on my face! It doesn't necessarily need to be your face. It's still rude. You don't give people spiders when they're looking for help. I took a risk when I hired you, and you just bit the hand that feeds you, sir. Fed. English, not my strong suit. Oh, look at that! Another Steam sale. Oh man, that'll be useful precisely never. Yeah, I'm sorry if anyone disagrees with me about how this whole live service bubble is going, but it's seriously just a waste at this point. Trying to defend this live service bubble is honestly like talking to. Hold on. Like I said, English not my strong suit today.
2 of spades.
But it's like saying that the guy holding a knife to your throat is just an upright stand-up gentleman, and he just wants to be your friend. Guys, nothing could be further from the truth. I don't really have a nicer way of saying it. EA, Bethesda, I would say BioWare, but they're just a subsidiary of EA at this point, so, you know, there's no reason to distrust them except for they work for EA. There's no reason to give these people the benefit of a doubt anymore. We know that all they want is... Okay, you're about to get it. See, look at that. And there's another thing that every guy would love to be able to say is, "Ha! I struck my foes down with my meat." I mean, unless you just go into grocery stores with your enemies and just slap them with a pound of ground beef, I doubt anyone really has a good reason to say that. Alright, give me this now. But I think it's high time that we just admitted that this whole live service thing is a bust. We need to stop giving these people money to rip us off. We're not going to get anywhere this way. Thank you, Synth Oil. You are a beast. Gee, thanks, buddy. And getting back to what I was saying, the reason why you're not going to see loot drop rates ever improve in Anthem is because they don't want you to be able to find things like that in game. They don't want you to find cosmetics or endgame loot or anything of the sort in that game. They want you to pay for it all. They want you to give them your time, your hard-earned money, your respect, and in exchange they will give you nothing. Kind of a raw deal if you ask me. I see no reason. I have not bought into Anthem. The game looked good at the E3 demo and back in 2017, but I've got to say, most games don't live up to those demos. I think Ubisoft themselves proved that with Watch Dogs. I think the sooner we can admit that live services are a lie, the better off we'll be. And again, it's not all of them. The problem is the bad ones are put... I mean, that was your own call, buddy. I wouldn't have done the same thing, but... And again, I'm not you. Maybe life had just become too difficult. I guess after you lose your job as a bomb diffuser, it's hard to find work in the normal sector of life again. Ooh, golden poop! I'm mostly hitting that just out of force of habit. Do I need it? No. The only reason I'm still on this floor is because I want to do one more room. Otherwise, I'd be fighting Isaac right now. You'd be fighting yourself? Absolutely. Pretty sure that is... Oh, that was sad. Worst dodge of my life. Actually, no, that's not true. If it were the worst dodge in my life, I'd be dead right now. And I would have newfound respect for flies that hit car windshields. Alright. Oh, there we go. Empty vessel. Doing its job. I don't even care. Come at me, bro. Oh, he's not dead yet. He's got like a pixel of health. Come on. There. Pokemon challenge done. And we'll just use the holy card now because I can. Alright, Dark Bum. You've redeemed yourself for another day. Alright, another challenge down, and like I said before, if there's anything that Anthem and the live services have taught me, don't trust these people, don't give them your money. There are better things that we can be spending our time on. Todd Howard has lost his way. Elder Scrolls Blades is just a huge ripoff full of timers and buggy bullshit. Fallout 76 is... I have no doubt that it's better now. He may be right about that. Fallout 76 may be better. But if you're going to tell me that it was worth it at launch, or that it's worth spending money on because it'll potentially get better later on down the road, no, that's why launch is important. You have to be willing to make that all-important positive first impression. If you don't make a positive first impression, no one's going to want to come back. No one's going to want to even care. They're going to look at it and go, oh, it's a buggy, slighted mess, and they're going to walk away. That's what happened. That's what happened with Sea of Thieves. And again, I have no doubt that it's better now. But at the same time, it's been labeled in the annals of gaming history as an empty void, derivative of fun or any sort of positive meaning or gameplay. And that's what Fallout 76 was. Again, I have no doubt that it's gotten better. But if you think that the launch of the game is less important than the updates that you make to it, you're delusional. You release a strong product, you release updates to make it a stronger product. You don't release an unfinished, buggy piece of garbage and then maybe later on make it serviceable. That's the direction the game industry is going. That's what Todd Howard is championing. And that is an attitude that needs to go away. That is why live services need to die. And again, it's the bad ones. The bad ones put the good ones into sharper relief. There's Splatoon 2. That's a live service, but that's a great game. I know there's another one. Well, Splatoon 2 is the only one I can come up with, and apparently the Division 2 is alright. It's not my type of game, but, you know, if y'all are enjoying it, more power to you. But again, I remember how the Division 1 launched, and it didn't leave me with a strong feeling that for Division 2. Again, if you're enjoying it, more power to you. I appreciate that you can appreciate something that I don't. Anyway, that's enough soapboxing. I've pretty much said my piece. Live services, eat a dick. But that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel to see more in the future. Drop a like, leave a comment, it all helps me out. The best thing you can do with this video, of course, is to share it with a friend. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'll be seeing you.